The call to action letters to our MPs were actually put together by Ragda. And yeah, she will be providing a historical context and a bit of understanding of the war in Sudan. Thank you.
Tēnā koutou katoa, Ragda Hassan tōku ingawa, no Sudan o Kutipuna, I tai mai o ka whānau ki Aotearoa, I teito kotahi manu iwero, iwi te koma onu, I te puaki o ki Tāmaki Makaurau, e noho ana o ki Mangere, he union organizer ho, no reira, tēnā koutou katoa. First and foremost, I want to thank Fatma Sanusi for organizing this event today, with so much of Sudan's violence right now being concentrated in Darfur, with Darfuri voices often being marginalized. It is crucial that we take our lead from our Darfuri people, that we listen to their voices, center their grief, and amplify their calls for justice. Shouldering unimaginable pain, and the least we can do, the very least, is stand beside them, and that's why I'm here today. And it's great to see so many other people here today doing the same thing. A couple of people today have been asking me about the flag draped around me and what it represents. This flag was our original flag, created by a Sudanese woman for the Sudanese people, a flag that represents us and our whenua. Blue for the Nile, yellow for our desert, and green for our beautiful land. If anyone's wondering how I got this flag, all you have to do is buy Gabon's flag and flip it upside down and you get this, so shout out to Gabon. This flag was officially adopted on January 1st, 1956, the day Sudan supposedly gained independence. I say supposedly because the truth is, we are still not free. Next year will mark 70 years of independence. Yet for most of those years, our people have been massacred. For 39 years, South Sudan bled, over 2.5 million lives lost. And if we're being honest, the rest of Sudan did not fight with you, our South Sudanese whānau, and for that I say I am so sorry we let you down. Yet, even after that betrayal, you still show up for us, and that's a testament to the strength, love, and integrity of South Sudanese people. Let's make some noise for our South Sudanese whānau. You'll hear in the news a lot that this war broke out in 2023, but not for our Darfuri people. The genocide in Darfur started when I was just 12 years old. Now at 33, over 2 decades later, it still hasn't stopped. Before 2023, around 300,000 Darfuris had already been massacred. Since 2023, the Sudanese death toll has surpassed 150,000, and those on the ground say the numbers are much, much higher. That is 3 million Sudanese lives lost in the last 70 years. We have lived through massacres, 85% of our so-called independence. Shame! And why? For asking for the most basic human rights, for the right to exist as indigenous people on our own land, for a democratically elected civilian government that does not marginalize Sudanese from the south and west, instead of an elite tyrant with his military that maintains Arab imperialism and kills anyone who challenges it, for separation of the state and religion. Meanwhile, our gold and resources are still being pillaged. How can anyone say we're independent? I can't even find the words strong enough to describe the inhumanity, the barbarism, the racism, and the videos coming out of Sudan it feels like we're living in a never-ending nightmare. Every time we think we've seen the worst, the RSF find a new level of horror to unleash on our people. They record themselves laughing as they torture and execute civilians, calling them racial slurs, forcing people to dig their own graves, lynching women and children. There are videos of babies and children on the ground shot, their limbs torn apart, their throats slit. They have been raping babies, children and women, and the UN reported some are even being kidnapped to be kept as sex slaves. They have been throwing people into fires alive, drone striking funerals, when Sudanese people are just trying to bury the victims in dignity. Even after death, they try to strip our people of our dignity. The bodies are so many and the pools of blood are so large that they can be seen from space satellites. And they're proud of it. The RSF post these crimes themselves on their TikTok, Facebook and YouTube like influencers chasing views, bragging about the genocide. They have openly claimed responsibility for killing 7,000 people in El Fasher alone, and they even called it a genocide themselves. I have never in my lifetime seen a genocide being broadcasted the way this is, and yet still the world refuses to act, yet the world still refuses to call it what it is, a genocide. Let's be clear, this is not a civil war, this is a genocide, and this genocide is funded and profited from. And at the center of it all is the UAE, the United Arab Emirates. The UAE does not mind any gold at all, yet it sells up to 1/4 of the world's gold. Gold drenched in Sudanese blood.
Make it make sense!
The math isn't mathing. And that's because hundreds of billions of dollars of our stolen resources line their pockets while our people are starved and eradicated. You cannot stand for Sudan without calling out the UAE, just as you cannot stand for Palestine without calling out Israel. So today, we say to the United Arab Emirates, you're committing Darfur's genocide and you have blood on your hands. And to the New Zealand government, what I would say to you, Christopher Luxon, Winston Peters, and every single MP who stays silent, your silence is deafening, your silence is complicity. Not only is this government silent, but this government shakes hands with the UAE. A $1 billion trade deal with the UAE has just come into force 2 months ago, while other people are being murdered. By maintaining this agreement, our terror signals that profit matters more than principle, that it will look the other way while this genocide unfolds. To the New Zealand government, you too have our blood on your hands. Shame on this government. Shame on every leader who chooses profit over human life. You should be cutting ties with the UAE. They should be sanctioning the UAE. That's what we need for this war to stop. May we never ever stop fighting for a free Sudan, a Sudan where every person from Darfur to the Nuba Mountains can live in peace. Ngā mihi nui.